Hello everyone, this is Adam with The Weekend Hiker. I'm out here at Buck Creek Park today. I'm shooting a video response for Tea in the Trees. Nate issued a challenge for anyone to come up with a pack for a 2-day survival that's smaller than 18 inches by 12 inches. So I'm going to go find a good place to shoot at and show you what I got. Stay tuned. Yeah, hope everybody had a good 4th of July. I figured I'd get out here and shoot a little bit. So the idea of this challenge is that you take a bunch of old stuff that you don't use anymore from your old kit and combine it to make a 2-day survival pack. And that's basically what I've done. So most of everything that you'll see is stuff I started bushcrafting with, but it's just doesn't suit my needs anymore. So I'm going to take the pack apart and we'll go from there. So looking at my setup, I took basically a strap from my duffel bag and I have it connected to the military ammo pouch on one side, and on the other there's a little loop on the Fieldline Pro Series bag, and I hooked a carabiner to it and hooked up the other end of my strap to it. It makes a nice comfy shoulder strap. And then on the outside of the carabiner I have just a vapor water bag, about 1 liter or so, that just clips on and off. And also on the outside I have a Baco Laplander saw. Basically this is a decent saw. The teeth will cut, but mostly through small stuff, so I wouldn't want to cut anything big with it. Basically this would be great for getting firewood together and making temporary posts for a lean-to or something. I have these bags molly strapped together, so they make basically one bag. And I have one last thing on the outside of this bag. I have a whistle hooked up to the strap, because you never know when you'll need to call for an emergency. So let's get into our Fieldline Pro bag. On the middle compartment I have a Smith's sharpening stone with coarse and fine. I have a mini Altoids fire kit. On the inside I have a wet fire, jute twine impregnated with paraffin wax, and then underneath that I have char cloth. So a nice little mini fire kit. If you have to, you can make more char cloth with this. And another thing along the fire, I have a little Gerber Bear Grylls fire steel with the striker. It's very gimmicky, but it works. And it's always good to have a lightweight headlamp. This is basically my first headlamp I ever got. It's an Energizer, uses 3 AAA. Not the nicest headlamp, but at the time it suited my needs. Just in case you need to procure some food, I have a Frog Gig 3 prongs, and I built a little stuff case for it. Alright, let's get into the large compartment of the bag. On the back I have a little mirror, a simple mirror I got off of a mirror / comb combo that folds up. It's great for first aid and or for signaling. A little wet notebook with pencil, because you never know when you'll need to make notes. I also have a bunch of Gorilla Tape stuck to a business card, which will work great with my emergency poncho and my Mylar blanket. If these tear, I can patch them up. Also, I can tear it apart and make fire starter with that. And I also have a mini first aid kit with gauze pad, band-aids, and on the back side I have a little fishing kit with metal leaders, hooks, and weights. Alright, in the front compartment, I just have some strike-on box matches inside of a Ziploc bag, because you can never have enough ways to make fire, just on the odd chance.
Unnecessary padding. Unnecessary padding. Look at the panning. I'm panning. You can't stop me. I'm panning.
Oh, good times. Alright, let's turn this back around. On the back side is a military grade ammo pouch. I'll show you what I have in here. On the top I have a bandana, which is good for many uses. It's good for protecting your head from sun. It's good for making a makeshift bandage. And it's also good to make some char cloth with if you needed to. Also, I have about 50 feet of bank line, which I can use with my fishing kit or to make shelter with. I also have my Sawyer Mini bladder and filter. You really don't need to bring the plunger if you're just doing 2 days, unless you're going to be in some really sandy, nasty water. For the most part, you won't find that around here. Alright, to help me make fire with, I also have 2 small pieces of fat wood. These are just some examples of food you can bring. Different granola bars and pistachio nuts. I also have some trail mix I could have brought. Basically just want calories and protein. So that's kind of where I was going with those. And lastly, I have just a basic stainless steel metal cup. Good for boiling water in, or cooking, or making pine noodle tea, or whatever you want to do with it. On my side, I keep my SK5 Blackbird with I light my fire steel. In my pocket, I have my keychain, which includes my Leatherman Squirt PS4 multi-tool knife. It has a Felix EO1 flashlight and a mini peanut lighter by Meritech. I also have in my pocket my waterproof lighter case, the Exotac, which is good to keep a full-size big lighter in. Keeps it dry, keeps the fuel from being wasted. And also I have my Kershaw folding speed flick pocket knife. So for the purposes of this contest by Tea in the Trees, this is what I have in my 2-day survival kit, made from leftover parts and old equipment. So down in the description below, I'm going to put a link to the video by Tea in the Trees for this video challenge for the 2-day survival kit from old leftover kit that you don't really use anymore. So I'd like to thank y'all for joining me today for this video challenge. This is Adam with The Weekend Hiker saying take care, God bless, and keep on hiking.